Hi, I'm here tonight to advocate for the idea of respect and justice for all. And by all, I mean all human beings, all animals, all plants, from the very small, every life form, from the bacteria to the planet herself. One of the things that gets in the way of justice and respect for all is this belief that's called speciesism, which is a self-declared belief on the part of humans that we are superior to all other beings, and then institutionalizing that belief throughout a culture so that the prejudice now appears as fact. There are other cultures that do not believe as speciesism, and in fact believe that we are all relations. In fact, Bolivia and Ecuador have put into their constitutions equal rights for nature, ecosystems, and for those who live within them. Western medicine is coming to the same understanding, so we might follow that path by decoding DNA and finding out that we humans, in fact, are related to all living beings on the planet, including bananas, fruit, and here 36% of our genes with fruit flies, 85% with zebrafish, and it goes on and on. This is a picture of me in my heyday being a tomboy girl in the 1950s, and I think this would have been my motto if I had read Mary Oliver at that point. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. And I think we've all experienced that as children, running, feeling free. This is a picture, when I was growing up, there were dogs next door who were kept in cages, and I had a great deal of empathy for them. And as I got older, I realized that my needs as an animal, or someone with anima, life force, had the exact same needs as these dogs and other living beings. So what I have done in my life is try to express this belief in many different forms. I have a radio show called Speciocracy, where all beings have a voice, because I wanted to interweave the concerns, capacities of other species with that of human beings. I realize that whenever I hear the news or whatever, you don't hear about the concerns of animals. On TV, we usually see ads like this, cars, trucks going through creeks, up mountains, through deserts, as if no one lived there. The picture on the right is of an underground nuclear explosion, as if no one lived there, but these are homes to millions and millions of beings. I think Ellen DeGeneres hit the nail on the head when she said this. And so the question then becomes, how can we do this to animals, and certainly will not do this to people? I feel like speciesism got embedded into the culture with our creation story, and God said, let's make man in our image and have dominion over everything. So the sacred was taken out of trees, plants, animals, and we were then go from maybe worshiping trees to cutting them down, having control over them. Descartes, who's considered the father of modern philosophy, believed, because he did not have any interaction with animals, that they were purely physical. They had no spiritual capacity, no consciousness, couldn't reason, think, feel pain or suffering. And I think we now know that this is absolutely wrong, but it influenced Western culture for almost 500 years. You might have seen Christian the Lion. This is a reunion between the two men on the right who had rescued this lion as a cub and had a very emotional reunion in Africa, or read about the elephants of the tsunami who knew the tsunami was coming before people did and carried people to safety. I carry this kind of approach to the world through writing as well. This is a poem from this book that goes from animal to nature to politics, but the consciousness of honoring all beings sort of goes throughout the entire book. This is a poem, but this is a true short story where I was on my way to meditation and I found a dog on the road, and the whole meditation time was me trying to find this dog's home. At the very end, I found a man who knew the dog. I asked what the dog's name was, and the dog's name was Buddha. I think one way that we can address this inequality between humans and animals is through our language, by using she or he, not using it. The wings of a chicken are meant to protect the young. That is their function. Mother hens are known for their caring of the young. Also, telling it like it is, not using euphemisms. My favorite misuse of language, acting like an animal. Animals don't act like humans do when humans are at their worst. So I think people should say they're acting like a cruel human being, to just clarify things. And maybe I'm not eating pork, I'm eating a pig. Also, paying attention to some of the voices that are not heard that much. This is Alice Walker, who, I love this quote, "The animals of the world exist for their own reasons. They are not here for us any more than blacks for whites or women for men." And so honoring the integrity of each life form. Gandhi, I think most people have seen this quote, "The greatness of a nation and its moral progress." I think as we read about animal research, military testing on animals, all the ways in which animals are abused in this country, we do get a sort of a reading of the moral progress of our country. Buddha, "All beings tremble before violence, all fear death, all love life." I think this is also something to keep in mind. We all make decisions every day, what we're gonna eat, what we're gonna wear, who we're gonna give our money to, and to try to think of what is behind all of this and to make the choices that are best for all. So I'd like to end with Chief Seattle. "What is humanity without the animals? If they were gone, we would die from a great loneliness of the spirit. Whatever happens to them happens to us. All things are connected." And I think we can see with climate change that if we want to save the planet, we'll have to take the concerns of all the living beings on the planet into consideration.